Hey, what's up guys? Phil here from beginnerdjlessons.com and beginnerabletonlessons.com. Now, as some of you will know, Don Diablo recently did a remix of Ellie Goulding's song 16. It sounds a little bit like this. So here's the thing, I was out DJing the other night and I thought how cool would it be to do a drop swap, but not with another famous drop, with one of my drops. In other words, I kind of wanted to do a remix, but I basically wanted to just take all of Don Diablo's remix and just drop his swap for one of mine, which is what I did. So here you go, have a listen to my version, okay? How cool is that? So I also did another drop, I'll play it to you as well, because in a second I want to show you how easy it is to put these together. Here's a second drop that I just came up with, okay? So there you go guys, there's two drops that I made from scratch there. Some of you may like them, some of you may not be your cup of tea, but there's one main message I want to give you guys, which is how successful and famous you become as a DJ comes down to how well you can do this, okay? It's the main message I want to give you guys. Now the sad reality is you can become experts on the DJ decks, you can become the world's #1 DJ. But the fact of the matter is, only people inside the world of DJing will know who you are. If you want to break out of that bubble and you want to get real fame from real people and get a real following of people, fans, so to speak, you need to have the ability to do remixes like this and remix people's songs. Now I know it's going to seem like I'm saying that none of this stuff matters and the only thing that matters is producing music. That's not true. For 98% of the people watching this video, you can make a good career out of just being good at DJing. You can make money from it, you can impress your friends, you can play at parties, and just getting better at DJing is going to be awesome. But for the 2 or 3% of you that really want to start getting into the mainstream and getting your name out there, and you've got dreams of being the next big DJ, you have to start thinking about getting into music production. So here's the thing guys, I'm going to jump on Ableton now, and I'm going to break down one of the drops I just showed you and show you how easy it is and how simple it is to put these drops together. Now the reason I'm showing you this is because I want to inspire a couple of you to start thinking about getting into music production. So without further ado, let's jump on the computer. I'm going to show you how simple this stuff can really be. Hey guys, so we're in Ableton here and I just want to show you how simple this is to put together. So first things first, we've got the Don Diablo song here that sounds like this. Then, all I've got is a couple of simple elements that I put together in pretty much every single track. The first thing is a kick, so let's just put the kick on. Next thing I've got is some percussion, so I've got a clap here. Let me just play the clap. Next thing I bring in is a hi-hat, and this is just a loop. In other words, this is a pre-made kind of setting that I just dragged in, okay? And then further on in the drop, I've got a secondary kind of percussion that comes in. Again, this is a pre-made loop. I want to show you guys how easy this is, okay? So that's all the percussions, drum, clap, hi-hat, and to be honest with you, that can make up the basis of like so many different dance songs. Cool, next thing we move on to is the bass. So I'm going to turn this on. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you and tell you that I use a plugin called Nexus. Now, here's the thing with Nexus, right? Some of the settings kind of do a lot of the work for you. So this setting here, if I just kind of load it and just hold one note, you'll see that it kind of plays a bit of a sequence for me. I'm just holding one note. Now, making the actual bass line was quite easy. All I did was I just played a series of notes and just let Nexus do the rest. Have a listen. Honestly, now, so many people are going to hate me for showing you guys that, but it's the reality. I just want to show you guys how easy it is to put this stuff together. These are just notes here. You can see how simple it is. The next thing I did was I layered it with a sub bass, so something that was going to give it a bit more kind of thick bass. Now, if you're listening to this on a phone or something like that, you won't hear this. You have to have good speakers. So have a listen without, and then with. So that's the bass done. You can see this is like a lot of the drop is already kind of taking place. Now, the next thing I did was I wanted to kind of tie it back into the Don Diablo song. So I took a little section of his song. If I solo this track and zoom in, what you'll find is this is actually his drop. Have a listen. But I've just taken that first little bit and I've repeated it on every other bar to give, it kind of ties back into his song a little bit then. Have a listen, okay? So you see, I'm just kind of using a section of his song. I haven't really even done anything to it. So the next thing is I've got this kind of sound going on. Let's have a listen. You'll see the little note here. And here's another one coming up. So let me just explain what this is, okay? You know, we just took this part of the song here. Well, if I go into this and I turn off all the effects, turn them all off, you'll notice that this is the same note. Let me just load this track. That's me playing. You can see this green thing here indicating that I'm playing the note from this track. But once you put a couple of different effects on it, let's just put all these on. I can create this kind of stabby noise. The main thing that's actually coming from is this one here, which is, it kind of affects the amount of volume that comes through. See, if I turn it off, but turn it on. So that's basically all that's going on here. I've taken a note from the Don Diablo song, and I've chucked a load of effects on it, the main one being volume shaper to create this stabby effect, and have a listen. Awesome. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is the entire drop. The only other thing I add in then is quite a lot of white noise. So white noise is this kind of sound. Let me just add this in. Have a listen to with it. The other thing I've added in is a siren going throughout, which you'll probably hear. The siren sounds like this. Now have a listen to the song with the siren. You'll probably hear it a bit more now I've played it to you. Cool, and then more white noise. So there's a couple of kind of sweeps that sound like this here. Cool, come over here. You can see there's another sweep here. That just is to the end of the drop. Here's another sweep. Let's add this one in, and I'll just play it in the mix. Another little sweep just at the end of the drop here, and then the only other thing I add in as well is these little vocal effects. So here's one of them. Let's play it by itself. Let me play it to you in the actual song. And then the only other vocal bit I've put in is this guy saying, oh, listen. But again, you put it in. So it's pretty cool. I mean, this is awesome. They're just simple things you put together. And all drops are going to have the same thing. Drums, claps, bass lines, synthesizers. Once you've got those things in the mix, you're kind of laughing, and it really is easy. Like, this didn't take me very long at all, maybe an hour or two, okay? So when you put it all together, now I've played it to you, I'll play it again one last time. So there you go, guys, that's the end of my tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. Even if you didn't particularly like the drop, I hope I've inspired some of you to go out and actually start to learn music production, because it really is the next step if you want to take your DJing to that next level. And the other thing I have to tell you guys is the day that you play one of your drops live on a DJ set and everyone goes crazy, it is the best feeling in the world. So I really hope some of you guys get into this. Now, if you watched that and you were like, that just looks so complicated, I wouldn't know where to start, I've got a 3-part course at beginnerabletonlessons.com where I'll teach you everything you need to know to do this and way more. That is the end of my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you leave a comment and let me know what you think of this kind of tutorial video. Make sure you like the video, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for weekly videos on music production and DJing. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.